Comedy, comedy, comedy. Right, now then, okay, all right, so why am I doing stand-up comedy? All right, let me explain, a couple of reasons. First reason I'm doing stand-up comedy is that any money I make, I don't have to share with you-know-who. So that's, exactly, yeah.
The show is called Hello Ladies, and really it's an analysis of why I failed to find a wife in my 36 years. I catalogue the various romantic misfortunes that I experienced. I talk about how I thought being on TV and in showbiz would make a difference. That turns out not to be the case. There's quite a lot of sort of embarrassing stories. You know, how I almost got thrown out of a wedding once. How there is a discussion of sex, and the difficulties of that when you're 6'7". But there's also lots of other stuff as well. You know, if you're not interested in my love life, there is at least 2.5 minutes of other material. Yes, initially I said that the show was about me literally trying to find a wife in the theatre, but I realised that I started seeing some quite sort of creepy women in the front row sort of staring at me. Choose me. And that unnerved me a bit. So it's not really that, it's more just, as I say, a discussion on where I've gone wrong so far.
The reason I'm doing stand-up comedy is I'm going to be talking a lot about my search for a wife. Yeah, now, whoa. Chill. This is the problem. Just to make it clear, no, there's a couple of honeys, you can hear them already checking me out. And I'm interested, I'm looking for a wife, not a groupie, all right? I'll tell you what's happened, I've dabbled with groupies in the past, and it started fine, and then very quickly descended into lots of late night phone calls, you know, or call me or I'll cut myself, you know. And she did not want to hear that, you know.
There's no opportunity for me to sort of get a date with a member of the audience, really, because I'd have to either wander around in the audience or hang around in the bar, which would be weird, like they're clapping and then they leave into the theatre bar and I'm already there waiting for them with a cocktail. Hello, queue up. You've got 30 seconds each. That would be a bit weird. So it's not that, you know, no, it's just something to talk about in the show. It's just something I find very funny. I like romantic stories of failure. I just like the fact that everyone knows what's at stake, you know, with that. There's so much jeopardy. It's why, you know, I love film, like romantic comedies. I love them. I love people's, you know, anxieties and misfortunes. You know, Woody Allen, Annie Hall, you know, all those disasters and all that stuff. It's just the stuff that makes me laugh most.
I had to go in a nightclub for this event recently, and I was talking to the bloke who ran it, and the average person in a nightclub now, 21 years old. 21 years old. Any 21-year-old lads in? Hey, if you're there, where are you, lads? Hey, 21 years old. Do you know when they were born? 1990. Who the hell was born in 1990? I got tinned food older than that.
I've made a little sort of semi-documentary that features on the DVD, which is basically me talking about the return to stand-up. Because one of the things I quite like as a comedy fan is I quite like hearing people talking about how they do stand-up, because I think people, if you're a fan of stand-up, it's quite an unusual thing. It's a little bit of a mystery to some people. So it's quite a sort of in-depth discussion about how I've gone back to it and how hard it was to sort of redevelop the muscle. And there's little sort of clips of, you know, me trying stuff out in little backroom pubs and things like that. So it's quite a nice little sort of, you know, a little peek behind the curtain.
This makes you feel old. I realised I was the only person in there who's ever watched porn on VHS. That makes you feel old, doesn't it? 21-year-old lads have got no idea. They're up in their rooms, they got laptops, computers, surfing the web for internet, global pornography of all creeds and colours, girl on girl, man on girl, woman on toaster, I don't know what you're into, whatever you want. It wasn't like that for us in the 80s. You had to somehow get hold of a tape from a bloke. Couldn't choose, just had to get what you were given, you know, and take that. In my case, some West Country porn, the privates of Penzance.
I think most people are quite surprised by that I'm actually quite accomplished at it, that I'm not an utter amateur. That seems to surprise people. It's very physical. There's a lot of physical stuff, a lot of movement. I just think people are surprised by how good it is. That's the thing I seem to get the most, even my own parents. You were much better than I thought. I have to say, you're a lot better than either of us thought. Is that right, Elaine? That's right, Ron. So hopefully the audience will share their feelings.
You can watch it day or night. Now 21-year-old lads, they can go up to their rooms, watch it, pretend doing an essay. Everything you want. Couldn't do that in the 80s. With the tape there was only one VHS player in the house, in the lounge. You couldn't just come down there when your mum and dad are watching Bergerac.